Welcome to Genesis Alpha 1. It's a space exploration and base building game where you go down onto different planets and collect resources within the protective sphere of your shuttle. And then you use those resources to build up your colony ship, looking for a specific type of planet, a Genesis type planet where you can start a colony. Along the way, you're going to encounter lots of really creepy aliens, and you have to dodge other factions who may come and invade your ship. Or if you've got enough people, you can go and invade their ship. But yeah, it's got a very sort of dark, and you can see from the visuals and the music tone, it has a very like film noir, dark undertone kind of thing. Now there's an element of survival in it, that you have to manage your oxygen levels, and this is done through biodomes, planting plants and managing that sort of atmosphere inside your ship. And you can also create different clones that have different specialities, but they may require different biomes. So you can start off with the normal human type clones, and they all breathe oxygen, but then you unlock other species through research and DNA collection, and you can create parts of your ship that have that atmosphere. So that's enough of the explanation there. So I'm going to start a new mission. I'm actually restarting this let's play. I did do an initial playthrough of this, where I got about one episode done, and then I live in South Africa and we had severe load shedding, and I was back on DSL at the time, so it was taking me like 6 hours to upload a video to YouTube. Fun, I know. And so basically I abandoned that let's play back then because it was like months that we had this problem. Right. So starting a new game, there's a couple of corporations you get to choose from. The tutorial will introduce the systems that will need to be used to successfully complete a Genesis mission. The crew and artifacts are not configurable during the tutorial. However, completing the tutorial will unlock corporations which can be configured with custom crew and selected artifacts. So we can go with the tutorial so that you guys can see. We're going to play through the tutorial and then we'll go on to one of the actual other corporations. But to just give you an idea, we have general ballistics. You can even hear the music's changed. So this one is a leading firearms corporation. There's crew and artifact amounts there, modules, resources. Then you've got this is your captain. So you can choose a male or a female clone. Alright, and then your crew start off with is 4. And then you can choose male or female clones there as well. Artifacts are things that you'll find and unlock along the way as you play. I've already unlocked a couple of things, and that is like the shotgun suit upgrade, which gives me 5% health. The alien location, gain knowledge about the universe distribution of the species. mantis aliens. So there's the rock aliens, the mantis aliens. 5% speed upgrade for suits. The liquid aliens. Yeah, there's quite a interesting variety of alien beings. There's energy beings, there's liquid beings, machine gun, heavy caliber, damage type is ballistic. There's the upgrade so that energy weapons do more damage. There's a heavy pistol, which is a Desert Eagle. Light combat robots. The motion tracker, which is a fantastic upgrade if you get it. There's a normal pistol, gas damage, so that's explosives. Heavy caliber damage. The acid thrower. Devastating acid splashes, so it's a chemical weapon. The iron thrower, which basically throws hot balls of iron that explode on contact with enemies. Outlaw shotgun, which is a nice shotgun. It does 300 DPS. It's more than the iron thrower. There's these robots in the ship you'll see just now, and this is like different skins for them. You get information about resource locations. So that's the iron frameworks, cables, fuel rods. The crawl, alien type information. Plants, there's plants that you can pick up to put in your greenhouses, in your biodomes. There's an entrance barrier for your shuttle and a biotank capacity for your shuttle. So yeah, there's all of that. And then yeah, there's superior genetics, leading company, cloning technology, crew, artifacts, resources, modules, Stahl Corporation. You see that some of these things change. Traditional steel powerhouse led by German family, convicted of a legal arms dealership, the corporation's new focus is spacecraft. So each of these ones have like a little backstory. Rocket Star, an American space engineering startup, their focus is fast results and early profits. Supported by 4 unique firearms, and they also get there was another perk. I don't know if you can see it here, but yeah. And then there's the version 2. To unlock them, you need to research 3 weapons to tier 2 in 1 round. And there's some undiscovered corporations as well. The mechanics, the Framen, all this kind of stuff. But let's get into the tutorial. Nearly 10 minutes of me waffling along now, so you don't get to choose anything here, you don't get to choose a seed or anything, so we're going to start the mission. The tutorial will introduce the systems that you'll need to... I read that already. Okay, so, start mission. Your mission is to safeguard the future of the human species by locating suitable planets for settling humanoid populations which will grow and flourish. At your disposal are Genesis starships and the advanced systems they carry. As you travel through the galaxy looking for candidate planets, scan for resources to build your ship and collect genetic material to create crew member clones where possible. Okay, I screwed that up, sorry. Scan for resources to build your ship and collect genetic material to create crew member clones who possess attributes that allow them to survive, yet to discover alien environments. Right, that was quite a mouthful. Let's get started.
When I was young, our dream was to go to the stars. And so we tried, gave our best, and in the end we made it into space. We came here to prove our machines, our courage. We came for the competition and for the vanity. We weren't ready yet. And the dream faded, became a nightmare, became propaganda and lies. But soon, our old dream became a global necessity. We needed resources. We needed more space and more food. We needed a perspective. After years of digging in the dust of Mars, the inventors gave us wings. The hyperdrive. Our ticket to not only Venus or Jupiter, but to Messier, to Andromeda, and to a galaxy we call Alpha 1. A galaxy full of bright suns and beautiful planets. A galaxy full of life. A new hope. An alliance of powerful corporations was forged, and Project Genesis initiated. The dream returned, and we became pioneers again. Arcs full of genetic material reached Alpha 1. Their goal? Finding a new home for its cargo, and to initiate a new Genesis for mankind. The best commanders were chosen to lead these starships, and like myself, you are one of them.
Now that intro
Welcome
is
to
not
the
creepy at all.
shipbuilding interface. Here you build and upgrade our ship.
The bald heads floating in miscellaneous bio-goo, and the images of the lone man standing against a horde of eldritch-like creatures trying to kill you. Alright, so we need to build a greenhouse and build a tractor beam. So these two systems are important for two reasons. The greenhouse provides you more oxygen. More oxygen means more crew members. The tractor beam is important for collecting resources from space. You're going to find wreckages and things like that in space, and you can use the tractor beam to tractor those resources into your ship and process it. Sorry, I'm having issues with my sinuses again today. So, life systems. Before we go into that, so there's a couple of controls here on the bottom, and that is R and F.
This is a greenhouse. The concept of cultivating plants on board of our ship is central to the Genesis project. There is no technology known to us that can effectively store or even provide a vital biosphere for the full time of our endeavor. Different life forms also demand different biosphere components to survive on this ship. To compose a certain biosphere, we need special plants. Superior genetics cloning technology is not configured for the creation or reproduction of plants. This means that we need to protect our plants at all costs.
Okay. So you can see the attachment points. Let's just rotate the view a little bit there. You do that with right mouse button, by the way. You can see the attachment points on the end of the corridor there. So I can't attach here because the modules would overlap, but I can attach there because there's space. So that's the biotank that holds your biogel, which is used for various things like healing you and creating new clones. So before okay, this is a tutorial ship. I don't really care about this too much. Okay, so I'm going to build a greenhouse, and we've got to build.
The Alpha
Tractor
Quadrant
beam.
is full of shipwrecks. Our tractor beam module is a fast way to acquire already refined materials. Materials will be directly moved to the ship's storage. No deposit and no refinery required.
Alright, so there's a couple of things to just take in here quickly, and that is on the little preview window on the right hand side there, where you get the description about the module. It gives you the resources required. The physical resources, cable, and the energy resources. Now the energy resources, that 67, that's the power produced by your reactor currently, and if you start running out of power, you've got to build more reactors. So every module uses power, and eventually you've got to compensate for all the modules that you build. Okay. Right, so this is the let's leave it as it is. So I'm going to return to building. So this is the core module of your ship here. This is what drives. This somehow has its own built-in star drive in it. Hyperdrive thing. This is crew quarters over here. This determines how many crew you can have. Corridor and storage units. Your biotank, your tractor beam, so on and so forth. Connectors or connections. There's access. Now, access gives you access into the underfloor spaces, the crawl spaces, which is very important in some places because they in some places don't have access. Corridors are these corridors here that connect the models together, and you can't see it very well. If I take the mouse away, you can't. Now, corridors cost 1 energy every time. But if you look at this picture on the right hand side very carefully, you see there's the main corridor, there's like an air duct system at the top, and the text is hiding the little crawl space underneath. Now things get into your ship. Creatures get into your ship and they infest, and you have to go crawling through the crawl spaces. Not very it's very like, yeah, if you're claustrophobic and stuff like that, then it can be pretty bad. Turbolifts allow you to transition between levels, so you can have multiple levels on your ship. Resources, you get the alien research, the biotank to expand that capacity, the deposit where stuff from the stuff that you get from your tractor beam, from your shuttle, that goes in there. The refinery takes materials from the deposit and refines it, puts it into storage. Robot stations for your little robots that carry the resources around. Normal storage, and the tractor beam, obviously that's all resources. Crew wise, you got the clone lab where you can create new clones, and then the crew quarters. Life systems, we've got the greenhouse and the reactor so far. There's more that you unlock. Defense wise, you have the workshop where you can make weapons and research them. And then space travel is ship assault, which is the newest module that you get in the ship, and that allows you to actually, if there's another ship in the same sector as you can go and assault that ship, or if there's wreckages that you're able to travel to. I've tried that, and that hasn't gone well for me yet, so I'm going to see what happens with this playthrough. But I think you should not try and go into that too early, because there's a lot of enemies. You need to bring crew with you. I think you can bring up to 4, like with the shuttle, so you need to have that crew available, and they need to be expendable too, so that they shouldn't be the core crew of your vessel. No, I don't want to return to the main menu. Tab. Start game. There we go. Remaining resources, remaining crew without cabin. And we're not going to rename the ship right now. We'll leave the tutorial ship the way it is and start the game. So there's your ship there. it is the year 2147. Quadrant Alpha 1. Promoting captain. So, because everyone's clones.
New captain promoted.
Alright. When your captain dies, one of your existing clones gets promoted to captain. Following this guide will help welcome captain. Following this guide will help you understand your tasks on board the ship. You can follow the tutorial or explore the ship yourself. Okay, so see the survival
Welcome
guide.
to the shipbuilding interface.
No,
Greetings, Commander.
There we go.
You have been sent to Quadrant Alpha 1. The mission is to find a new home for the crew on board of this ship. Expand your ship and explore the galaxy for resources and interesting new life forms. Look
God,
out
that
for
thing
a
looks
suitable
creepy.
planet, a Genesis candidate, and when you are ready, initiate a Genesis.
So to initiate a Genesis, there is certain criteria, number of crew, type of planet that you need. Right, so we're going to go to the tractor beam to farm resources. Resources are needed for shipbuilding and to construct weapons. Okay, so this PDA thing that I've got here, like laptop / notebook thing, is open and closed by T. So you hit the T key and this opens up. Now there's a couple of things here. There's Genesis mission, ship biosphere, required crew, candidate. So no candidate is found yet. The search galaxy to find appropriate planet can be settled by a crew and reveal potential Genesis candidates by scanning planets. We don't have the required crew. We also don't have the ship biome. Captain stats. So alien abilities, suit upgrades, laser pistol rifle. Don't have any available alien abilities at the moment. Don't have any available suit upgrades at the moment. Site locations is information about resources or creatures. Survival
Greetings,
guide, that's your
Commander.
mission.
You have been...
That's the one we just did. Tom's Voyage. Now there's a character called Tom, or Major Tom, who has gone ahead, and you pick up fragments of their transmissions and diary and that kind of thing. Ship coloring. So everything's all like white and red. You can change your coloring. So I think we'll go with, let's have a look at this, options. The red's actually quite nice. What about the blue for the walls? That's a little bit too dark. This is for the floors. Let's go with dark for the floors. What's that? That's like a yellow. I think I like the blue. Yeah. So we're just painting the whole ship like that now. You can rename the ship. Aim at a door to rename. And then there's the tutorial, which is the PDA. Okay. Pistol. Rifle. Alright, this is the bridge. You can click here to use a console. The console boots up. And nice feature of this is you can still look around when you're in this console. You can look up at the top screen, you can look down at the side screen, and you've got 3 screens instead of just the one. But we'll get back to that. These are scanning consoles. Here's the robots that go and fetch resources and stuff. And then this is the weapons rack. So we've got the pistol and the rifle already. These are the energy cartridges. These are the turrets. I'm going to take 2 of those right now. So the turrets are like autogun turrets. So where did I put the... it's through there, yes. Yeah, you can hit tab to see your ship, and this is where you can do shipbuilding as well. So there's some crew walking around. This is the greenhouse. Here's the greenhouse console. Most of these consoles have got 3 screens. So this is the overall ship status. You get an overview of the resources, weapon resources available, power resources available, what plants are there, how much atmosphere, the biomass, crew cabin capacity, and how many robots you have, and then the weapons rack, how many energy cells you have, energy barriers, so on and so forth. This specific station is the planter and plants, and then this side is you can do global reassignments. So one person has been assigned to the greenhouse already. Okay. We'll talk to Ida just now. Let's go to the tractor beam. Okay. Terminals scanning. Scan the debris in the system at the tractor beam terminal. To reveal the debris resources, you can also scan planets. However, only debris can be farmed at the tractor beam. So those scanning computers that we saw up in the bridge, they're good for scanning different, scanning the planets, scanning the resources, and they can run, the scanning there can run while you do other things on like this terminal here. While I'm here, I just want to bring this node, energy node, to your attention. These energy nodes here, these determine the health of the module. If these get destroyed, if all the energy nodes in a module get destroyed, the module is destroyed. And if you destroy a module and there's another module on the other side of that module that's not otherwise connected to the ship, you lose the other module. So if this module gets destroyed and there's another module on the other side of it, this being the greenhouse there, that being, say, the cloning facility, if this module gets destroyed, we lose the cloning facility as well. It gets lost in space. Alright, here's stairs down, and this is, you see, this is the underfloor. You can crouch down nicely. Okay, and there's another energy node there. This is the underfloor to the greenhouse, and you can pretty much travel through the ship like this to most places. If we go this way, that goes to, there's storage, that goes to the crew quarters, that goes to the biotank, more storage. So there's a lot of the ship that is out of sight. And this goes to the bridge. Alright, you can see, there you go, and we come out here in the bridge. I love the detail they've got inside here. There's also these node upgrade systems. So you get things that you can install here, like alien detector or node defenses or shields or stuff like that. But yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go back to the tractor room.
The Alpha Quadrant is full of shipwrecks. Our tractor beam module is a fast way to acquire already refined materials. Materials will be directly moved to the ship's storage. No deposit and no refinery required.
Okay. So yeah, resources brought in through the tractor beam don't need to be taken to the refinery. Alright, so here we go. We've got some debris there. Deactivate beam, that's not what I want to do. I wanted to scan it first. There's a scanning terminal. No, that's not what I want. Scan debris. Something's changed. Hold. Oh, scan. There we go. Helps if I just read what's on the screen, doesn't it? So you just hold down the E key and it scans through. It scans through the objects. You can also scan the planets, although you can only go to the planet if you have a shuttle. Right, so let's see what we've got here. Alright, now that we've just scanned all the debris, we've got gunpowder, framework. Those planets have plants, sulfur, uranium, and a site. Now a site is a piece of technology or something that needs to be investigated. A piece of information, piece of, unlock a weapon, that kind of thing. And this one has got iron, lithium, and another site as well. So let's get the framework. So that's busy beaming that on board now. Some modules will need crew members assigned to operate effectively. Assign crew members at the terminal by using the auto assign button or the crew screen on the right side of the terminal. Okay, so we can go back to the screen and we go to the crew screen here. We can see that Nigam is assigned to the greenhouse, but Gurren, Testa and Faber are unassigned.
Job assigned.
So we're going to assign Faber to the tractor beam. So Faber's going to come down here and going to work in the tractor beam area. So, in order to manufacture weapons and defenses, we need a workshop. Okay.
This is a workshop module. Here, we research and construct weapons and defenses. You can also configure the weapon racks with your favorite selection of weapons. Assign engineers to the workshop in order to speed up research processes.
Okay, so I want to give us...
The corridor connects modules and is available in different designs. Make sure you balance the ship's layout between security and efficiency.
Alright, so there's the corridor. Just brought that out a little bit so that we can put the workshop. Now I'm going to need another one. Okay, so put the workshop over there.
Resource beaming complete.
Okay, so just in time for the resources to beam in. Okay, now while that's happening, we can go to these terminals and we can hold E to speed up the process. So it's like optimizing the
resources collected.
Optimizing that process. Okay, so now we need to go to the workshop module, and this is nice. From the biodome, you can see the different modules of the ship. So there's the corridor that we just built. You can see there's the underfloor over there, and that's the workshop module. Alright, so now we're in the workshop.
Access granted.
Tractor beam defense. Place the turret in the tractor beam module to protect the crew against hostile life forms that could enter the ship along with the collected resources. So you could pick up hitchhikers when when you're beaming stuff in, and that's not fun. So I've already got the turrets because that's what I was planning to do. So this is the weapons terminal. We can create guns, we can create turrets, energy barriers, and let's construct. We can make one.
Processing.
Let's construct one energy barrier right now. And to get out of those menus, you just back away. Let's create this energy barrier quickly.
Access granted.
And there's an energy barrier. So let's go back to the tractor beam module. Okay, so we have
resource beaming complete.
The turrets, so I'm going to place a turret.
Resources collected.
We got a creature. Where is he? Right on top of me.
Hostile.
There he is. It's a mantis. Alright. Yeah.
Area secure.
Ugly bugger. Alright. So we can put...
Hostile. Opening fire.
There was another one. Alright, so let's put a turret down here.
Opening fire.
What's happening now? Okay, so that's... Go to the greenhouse to improve the ship's biosphere. Okay, we'll do that in a bit. Alright, so we've got the turret there. One turret there. And we'll put another turret over here.
Weapons activated.
I just want to pick that turret up quickly.
Weapons deactivated.
Let's put this turret here.
Activated.
And then the energy barrier. Now this is nice. So the energy barrier prevents stuff from getting through.
Resource acquired.
Let's get this in here. Alright, there we go. So we can pass through the energy barrier, but the alien creatures can't. That's going to stop them from sneaking off past the gun and into the rest of the module. Just want to pick that energy barrier up again. There we go, that's a better placement. Alright. Now what you can do is you can put those energy barriers, like 4 of them, around the
Resource beaming complete.
tractor beam, and that
Resources
helps
collected.
because it contains any threats. Alright, before we go to the... Okay, all the framework's done. Before we go to the greenhouse, just going to start on the gunpowder. Okay, so in the greenhouse, use the greenhouse terminal to plant palm, which is stored in your deposit. Okay, so planters, there's an empty planter, and we want 1 palm,
Processing.
and we plant it. So the palm creates 3 oxygen, the ferns create 2. Alright, let's back out of there. Okay, so now they want us to build a clone lab. So for crew,
In our cloning laboratories, new clones can be created and added to the crew. Thanks to
this
superior
is the-
genetics advanced technologies, we are also able to combine human DNA with DNA we collect in outer space. This feature gives us the amazing option to create perfectly specialized beings for the Genesis program.
Alright. So, yeah, in the crew, get the clone lab, and this is the up and down options. You get 3 levels down, 3 levels up that you can build. For now, we're just going to stick the clone lab on the other side of the biotank. But first, I'm going to put a corridor in, because the clone lab doesn't have any additional attachment points on the other side. Right, let's go to the clone lab, clone a crew member.
Resource acquired.
Now, when those creatures and stuff come in to your ship, they can cause infestations. This is just rock and dust that's picked up by the tractor beam that builds up. But you want to check your modules for any kind of rot or infestation that seems to be lurking, and you need to kill it because the creatures will spawn from that. That's a melee. Right click is a melee thing.
Resources collected.
And the creatures will attack these energy nodes, and then you know, that module will get damaged. Alright, off to the clone lab. Storage, biotank, down from here. Okay, so let's go through to the clone lab. Alright, so clone a crew member. Select a human clone and start the cloning procedure from a clone lab terminal. Little figurine there. No horse. Like it's just the
Resource
head.
acquired.
Oh. And did they get it? Still getting the radar thing. Okay, so we're going to select a human. and male, female, the resistances and stuff all the same.
Cloning
So
initiated.
clone. And then we go over here to this terminal. Speed up the cloning process. Use a clone lab workstation to assign crew members. You can assign the crew member by choosing the assign manually or crew terminal. Okay. So we can speed that up. And there's the clone over there. That doesn't
New
look
clone has been
freaky at all.
welcomed.
Now we've got to build a hangar. Okay, so I'm going to build the hangar off of the tractor beam.
This is our hangar module. The hangar is necessary to acquire resources, plants, or other interesting things from planets and shipwrecks. You need to assign pilots to operate a hangar. Please use the hangar terminal for additional information.
Alright, the reason why I'm putting the hangar next to there is because we are already protecting the access to the rest of the ship there at the tractor beam. And as things are going to come through the hangar, much like they do with the tractor beam, we want to protect the rest of the ship from that. Deposit storage quarters this way. Greenhouse. Okay, so there's the access to the hangar now. He's had some use.
Resource beaming complete.
Let's make sure that nothing is
Resources collected.
creeping around. Check all the nodes. Alright, that's good. Let's go to the hangar. This is our shuttle. This will take us down to the planet. Use the hangar terminal, select the planet, launch shuttle harvester. Okay. This will take us down to the planet. And then there are resource collection bins on the side here. And that gets filled up with resources and we bring it back. Yeah, that's we actually covered quite a lot for a first episode, and I think in the second episode we will cover going down to the planet and doing a resource mission. Just having a look at the terminal here quickly so you can see that's the crew assignments for the shuttle.
Job assigned. Resource
go
acquired.
here. So we can
Job
assign
assigned.
these
Job
three
assigned.
people here to the hangar, and then we can select that destination, and then we can also, there's a priority, see the little priority marker there.
Harvester destination set.
We can set what their priority is when we're down there, whether it's the plant, the sulfur, the uranium.
Harvester destination set.
I think if we go anywhere we'll go here first because the iron framework and the lithium batteries is what we're going to need the most right now. So now they've got these suits on, these environment suits, nice little blinking light at the top there. Let's see where they are. There was a momentary blip on the radar there.
Resources collected.
Let's see how far we are with this. Gunpowder, there's 3 more gunpowder to be collected. But yeah, so that's the second first episode of Genesis Alpha 1. I hope you like what you see so far, and I will be doing further Let's Play on this as we go. I'm going to complete the tutorial, then I will start a new campaign with one of the actual corporations, and then we'll take it from there. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, if you like this game, hit that like button. If you're a first time viewer, please consider subscribing. It really helps the channel. One more dead bug. And yeah, put something in the comments, let me know what you think of the game, and we'll see you in the next episode.